Boom shakalaka, Bitcoin on the verge of a Boxing Day breakout with this one confounding signal and this absolutely massive narrowing cross. Stay tuned. What is up, everyone? Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, a lot of very interesting charts for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, including this massive chart right here. Before we get into it, guys, Merry Christmas Eve to everybody out there who celebrates it, and to those of you who don't, well, just regular, normal day salute to you. Now, Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index at 71, up from yesterday's 70, down from last week's 73. The overall market up a little over 1% today. Bitcoin at 43,568, Ethereum at 2287, Solana at 109, BNB at 267, XRP 61 cents, Cardano 61 cents, Avalanche $47, and Dogecoin 9 cents. And Bitcoin is still sitting on the underside of this support and resistance line, starting to kind of, I don't know, flatten out there. If we can't gain some momentum on Boxing Day breakout, well, price could be headed down towards the 50-day moving average, getting close to $40,000 at this point. Now, if we take a look here, Bitcoin is forming the same less than 10% rectangular consolidation that we saw back here. The RSI behavior is the same, coiling up. If it breaks out the 22nd day of consolidation, that would be a big gift for Boxing Day. And for those of you who don't know what Boxing Day is, well, that's the day after Christmas. So, could be coming, not a Christmas gift, but the 26th of December gift. If we take a look, comparing this cycle in red with previous cycles, we are right in the mix for where we see cycles and cost basis pretty much on par for course. Now we have the ETF deadline coming up very, very soon, and then shortly after that, the halving. So some big events coming up for Bitcoin could push the price higher, unless you look at this and wonder what the heck is going on. There has been a noticeable decrease over 1.1%, which is significant, of the number of entities holding at least 1,000 Bitcoin in the last 3 days. Why are they selling, or why are they getting rid of Bitcoin? Do they know something we don't know? Did the ETF not get approved? Or are they just selling it for tax reasons? Who the heck knows what's going on? But that is a very noticeable drop over the past 3 days, 1%. However, take it as a grain of salt, because when you kind of zoom out just a touch, it's the eve before Christmas, but it's also the eve before the Bitcoin spot ETF. The day is coming fast when Bitcoin becomes a mainstream bucket for wealth allocation. When that day comes, if we take a look, the top 1% most wealthy will only be able to hold 0.87 Bitcoin. That means if you hold a Bitcoin, you're in the top wealthiest part of the population of the world. That's how it goes around. So, and that top 1% owns 59.4 million people. Not the trillion people who are millionaires, but this is the 59.4 million people who are bigger than the millionaires. So, could be very, very huge for Bitcoin. Now, this indicator right here, OBV, one of my favorite indicators other than the MACD. OBV is one leading indicator that we have for Bitcoin. It generally goes up before Bitcoin, giving us a hint of what's to come. Now, this is the 2-month OBV, seeing absolutely new highs right here, breaking through previous resistance. Historically, it's meant a new all-time high was no more than 2 months away. Yes, you heard it right. By February, we could have a new all-time high. And the top was 6 to 10 months away. By June to October of 2024, we could have a new all-time high top. So that's looking quite exciting for Bitcoin. Also for altcoins. Altcoins are breaking out of the alt season index. Similar to what we saw here in 2020, maybe a little bit of a run first. This was probably, I think, when DeFi started to take off, and then there was a bit of a drop, and then boom, really took off. Well, we're seeing the same thing right now where it's breaking out from the bottom. Maybe find a little bit of resistance, maybe not. Maybe all these gains are due to Solana. Who knows? But if it doesn't, it could be headed towards a massive alt season. And right now, Bitcoin just on track. Bull season loading has not broken, or has just broken out of the cup right here. But that territory and the halving leads to massive, massive rallies for Bitcoin, especially when you consider this. The biggest bull run could be approaching for Bitcoin. The weekly MA100 and weekly MA200 crossed a few weeks ago. It's never happened in history, and Bitcoin price reacted pretty well, going into full berserk mode when it did. Notice in history when there was a narrowing of the moving averages, this was right before massive bull run territory. So with this narrowing happening, imagine when that cross occurs again, which should be in a few weeks. Oh, things could be absolutely sent into insane berserk mode. So that's all for today's episode. If you enjoyed, push the like button. I'll catch you guys later. Merry Christmas Eve, and have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.